Driven by Our Ambitions is a community organization that provides services to our members in a non-threatening and non-traditional setting, like a music studio, or a boxing ring, or even a barber's chair.
DBOA is a mental health and wellness services focused on young adults, youth, and families, specifically youth and families that are involved in the youth justice system, along with men of color, to be able to be open and willing to enter into the mental health services and actually into the career pathways.
Our team receives funding from the state, and we use requests for proposals to get that money out into the community. DBOA applied, and we chose them because they had such a unique approach to engaging at-risk youth and teens who we really wanted to outreach, because DBOA focuses on increasing access to behavioral and mental health services for teens and youth who identify as BIPOC.
We have to eliminate some stigmas around what mental health looks like, or who should receive it and where they should receive it and how they receive it. And the best way to do so is to make certain cultures feel more comfortable and open. And the best way to do so is let them be their authentic selves in their authentic settings.
Because of the lack of providers who identify as BIPOC, when members go to seek therapy, they really aren't able to find a provider that they feel a connection to.
Representation is needed and it matters. So we're really at the forefront of trying to bring more Black and Latino men into the field, and seeing there's access points for them to have long careers and be a support to their communities, other young folks that look like them, and just again to help healing.
They utilize spaces like the weight room, a boxing ring, a barber shop, and a music room to really bridge that gap, to start those conversations and utilize that space to be really non-threatening and really start those conversations.
Realistically, the BIPOC community, especially Black men, we have our settings we go to, and if you were welcome to those settings, you will see that it is open game to discuss a lot of different issues and concerns and challenges. Sometimes there's pretty significant emotions and tears flowing like normal, and my thought is that we should have representatives in the field of mental health to be able to do those services. And now you just have to build them. They're already there. We just need to enter who they feel comfortable opening up to be in those spaces.
And I feel like this place gives the community hope. They get to see something that they can visually have hope in. Not only that, but being in the location that we're in, mental health is so important when it comes to drugs, when it comes to anything like that, crises. Most of the stuff that goes on in this neighborhood, in my opinion, this community, isn't due to those people being bad people. I think it roots from a lot of this community in this neighborhood's mental health that they need help with. That's the only way to make it authentic or to pass on to somebody else.
We have made it so that if they feel more willing to just first go through a 30-minute boxing routine, fitness session, get their hair cut for about 15, 20, 30 minutes, come in the studio and work on one of their beats or their tracks, go to the fashion lab and create a t-shirt, or go through a healing process through creating a t-shirt that has something they lost on it. We're creating those backdrops for where they could be themselves, and then now we just enter in with a counselor or a therapist or a representative in their spaces, so they feel more at home. They feel more willing to address some of the traumas they've gone through.
We need something to keep us busy. If I get bored, I will get into trouble. To give kids boxing or anything to do that's physical, I think it would be great.
It has a lot to do with mental and the physical part of that, and then discipline as well. I think because of what Daniel is doing with the mental part and I'm the physical part, well, 1 hour here, 1 hour there.
I personally do make music. I've found out how to talk about, or at least somehow put to words, the way I'm feeling. And for me, just being in this music studio, making music, having fun, not thinking that I'm really talking about how I feel. That was the last thing I would ever do. When you're making music, you tend to talk about how you feel. Prior to meeting Daniel Sampson, I would have told you that I was fine, that I didn't care, that I Didn't have any problems. No event in my life had ever affected me. I didn't have mental health issues.
So we're really starting on the ground floor with young adults that have lived experience, or young adults that are going through high school or maybe getting enticed to go to community college to even see this as an avenue for themselves.
I want to be somehow working, hopefully, with DBOA. I am doing my gen ed courses through CSU Pueblo, and I'm looking into like psychology, sociology, social work, anything like that is what I kind of want to pursue to be able to help people. I want to use, like I said, everything being that I was in trouble and did take the route. I kind of want to just do the full 360 and somehow work with DBOA to give whatever people I'm working with an opportunity.
The funding has certainly provided a framework for future partnerships. My hope for DBOA in the future is that our funding continues to provide opportunities for DBOA to serve our members.
And we feel as if that we can serve more youth and families, especially BIPOC population, young adolescents in different parts of the metro area. And we'd love to see how we can expand in other spaces and can use access to mental health and wellness services that are culturally responsive.